welcome to the Healthy Acton Coalition meeting. We're a group of people who share an interest in collecting resources, offering the community opportunities to join recreational and social activities which help promote and maintain healthy lifestyles and relationships in our community. So this is what I have so far. I don't know if you guys want to take a look. I know Mr. Chen's paper, I told you guys about last time. So I didn't make all of the adjustments you had requested because I didn't want to, if something else needed adjustment, I wasn't going to waste page. So go ahead and take a look at that. I was going to do an index page, but then I thought, I wondered if this was okay to do because it had like a quick reference for phone numbers, whether or not they had a Facebook page or a website.
I think this is great because this is like,
So that could work as an index page, but it's perfect the way it is as far as being the right size to read. So I'm afraid if we had it, I could always add a second page, but what you do is you don't need to put on your glasses or everything. Not like that. Yeah.
Does this look better than the last one?
Yes,
Because she
I like
asked
that it's
me-
a full page.
Yeah.
The other one was just a half a page, and
Yeah, and it's, well,
it had less information, but
great.
that looks perfect. Black and white.
Okay, I told her I was gonna show the meeting today, and I will give her feedback then too. That's fine.
Yeah.
So are we gonna go with this singly, or are we gonna go double-sided?
I haven't,
Did we
we haven't decided yet. Janet couldn't make it tonight, but I'm hoping she'll have a whole bunch of acting recreation stuff to add to the book, and the fire and rescue information. I can get a lot of their stuff from their website, but if they hold annual events, it would be nice to have it on their web.
This looks nice. This isn't how they gave it to us.
No, I made a
And
lot of these
that's-
up from
that's-
scratch from their website.
This looks really nice.
And I called,
Brandy? Or?
no, Joan Dyer of the Lions Club. And,
Oh.
yeah, I called a lot of, the only person I couldn't get a hold of was Larissa Crockett, because I wanted to make sure that it was okay to put people's phone numbers down, personal phone numbers, as contact information.
Oh, this is
And-
nice too. I like what you did with, because visually, the little blocks catch more attention than the
Yeah, this is
run-on words,
the
you know?
previous one.
Yeah,
So
it's- I like that. Did you call the church about that, or did you call, said the Lions Club? Did you
Yeah.
call for, because I had.
I called just to verify
The-
the information that I put on there.
This is nice. The only thing that I have right now, this is a nice index, but it goes the wrong way, you know?
No, but you
And
can't fit it the
know.
other way.
Can you put the other ones the other way, or would that be just
No.
too much work? Okay.
My only thing would be.
I mean, go ahead.
My only thing, that look, I think this is perfect, but the boat launches, like, there's no location, like, do you have
Oh.
the roads, or, you know, if you could say, well, you just have to
I
I'm
put-
looking at, there
I
is no
haven't put
location.
much focus on this yet.
Yeah, well, and I didn't look at the top, and I'm just thinking, oh, well, right, there's a
Okay.
perfect place for, you know, Horns Pond at 109, well, I don't know what you call the, where the dam is, but.
Yeah, so maybe the location of the boat, the actual boat launch or the swimming hole, so instead of having a contact information for location.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could see that might be helpful. Other than that, it looks great.
And you're gonna get
What are you
that,
gonna put down for a location though?
well, the Horn Pond is off of 109,
Yeah.
not New Bridge.
Are we gonna have the map included? If we have the map included on the
Then
location,
we can-
you could have,
Yeah.
you know, CMAP or the section of the map where Horn Pond is, or.
Cut that out, but it's not eight, I was hoping it was gonna be 8.5 by 11 and it's not.
You
But I
can
thought if
shrink
I could
it.
take it
Can you shrink it?
somewhere and have it shrunk.
Yeah, you can shrink it. Make it in school, they can shrink it.
Shrink it!
Well, the school, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
any, well, they probably can here too.
Yeah, they probably
Just
can.
any
Or the
copy
library,
machine.
yeah. It was close.
I mean, I just shrink it just as little as you can.
Yeah, right, so
And
people
it-
that don't have to use.
And this, the
magnifying
legend
glasses
would
do it.
fit in New Hampshire. So
It's a New Hampshire, okay.
I was gonna try that.
We don't care about New Hampshire, right?
You said, I was going to, and you got interrupted.
Going to what was I doing?
No, you said you were
Oh,
going to.
you were gonna get information on the Baptist church. They
Right,
actually had a
and-
Facebook page.
I had called them and gave them the information that I wanted, my personal information, my phone number, and I haven't heard back
Okay.
from them.
Did you have a person?
I had, and I don't
Do you
have-
mean at the Acton Milk Mills, what used to be the
Yeah.
Acton Milk Mill?
Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you, Berthium. They live in Springfield.
How do you spell that?
I could tell you, Berthume, I believe.
I spoke to the woman who lived there, her husband was the pastor, minister.
They are the ones who are running the church.
Yeah, whatever you want to call them, but they didn't get back to me.
Yeah.
I made up my own page for the Girl Scouts based on for Rick's book. I haven't exactly heard back from Brandy, and I didn't know what to do about Boy Scouts. It's more of a York district.
It used to be Shapley, they used to go over to Shapley, a lot of the Acton kids, or some went to Sanford.
It looked like when they do camps, it's kind of like spread out all over.
Oh, well, like
place.
the
They
camp
have-
is, yeah, that's a group thing from all area. But, and again, I'm not in touch with that, I'm talking about when my kids were in there. But Shapley and Sanford kind of took most of the Acton kids, and I don't know, since then, if Acton's developed their own, I mean, basically, they needed a leader other than that.
And Hannah never got back to me about her. That every time I called her, she said,
That's Hannah.
I was, Hannah Phillips,
Okay,
before.
okay.
But I see you have a contact person.
Yeah, he's actually the guy right down in Springdale
Um,
that works out of the cooperative extension there.
Oh,
He
yeah.
actually came and did a program at Kids Club. He's a really nice guy, Trent. He's amazing with the kids. It takes talent.
Is he the one that, did Kids Who Go?
No, he's not Frank. No,
I don't remember who it was.
it could have been Trent. I
Oh.
don't know. So, Hannah Phillips is the contact leader for that.
See, when were you contacting her? Like in the last month or so?
Monthly.
The reason being is her husband was going through the same thing that I was going through. He was in the hospital in the last couple of months, so that's why I,
Well, she kept telling me that she was going to do it. Oh, I thought I had
Well,
till
yeah,
Monday, and you
that's
had till
right, yeah.
Monday, and, you know.
yeah, that's Hannah, but, she had a lot on her plate.
Yeah.
And he ended up, I forget the date.
Yeah, I I waited too long to do the Acton Elementary. It was vacation last week.
Yeah.
Mr. Procrastinator. So I have to start that and get on that this week. So there really isn't much left. We're waiting on Jenna to do fire rescue.
And I will call these people again for the church.
Yeah.
And see also about, getting hold of Hannah again, see if maybe things have calmed down, maybe she'll have.
I saw Hannah just the other day.
I used to see her all the time, but now the kids aren't in the active school anymore, you know, my kids, too.
So are you done looking at that?
Yep. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Treading around.
And I could probably just do the teaching page of Jenna's feeling overwhelmed with the rec department stuff. Almost, you gotta get that annual sheet, you know, you can calendar of events.
Yeah.
So I could probably based on
Oh,
that,
that's
pull
right.
something together like I have.
That's why the locations of the
Maybe
boat
looking
launches
at
is not that
the,
easy.
non-grocery, you could glean from that, you know, some ideas.
Yeah,
a
we
shot
could
of
do
it,
it
yeah.
one more time
I've never been in it.
and look to see if there was anything missed. I didn't know if we should do a Acton town
Nicely
page.
done.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, that sounds,
Like with-
yeah. I think you should like information for people who are new or just don't know.
Shows
Yeah.
the trails.
What
And is there one
the
more
town
trail?
clerk can do, what
Yeah,
Lorraine does.
Or is that what this is?
no, this is the boundary,
And
this
I
is a
know
stone
that-
wall.
Yeah, but this here,
Yeah, that's a trail.
and then this would
And
be.
That's a trail.
Okay, that's
To know that if,
Yeah.
I went down on it once.
you know,
Let me go see if they have one of those
if
sheets.
we have power outage, is the dump open, or if there's a snowstorm, is the dump open? Because,
I thought they posted on their
Acton
website.
Ski Club.
Yeah, but if you don't have power, you may not have access to, you know, and you'd more likely have the phone.
Okay, oh, okay.
I would- In that situation, I would think if the town office were closed because of the storm or whatever, that the dump would be closed too.
But sometimes the town hall is open and the dump is closed. It happened to me once
Really?
before. And I went to the dump was closed because the hopper wasn't working.
Oh.
And I dumped my garbage. I said, I can't take it back to the house. And I dumped it at the school and they told me at the school I couldn't dump it. I said, and then they called the dump and it was closed. So I was allowed to dump it at the school.
I never know which holidays they're open. Sometimes they're open when I think they're closed because of
Oh.
the holidays. But it doesn't matter, I don't pick it up anyway, so if somebody picks it.
I just call them, that's all.
Yeah, I know, but you know, it's like.
That's why you should include it in this.
Yeah, that's right. Any communication. Because I would lose things probably too.
Yeah, a booklet is, I think rather than a sheet of paper, a booklet is easier to find than a sheet of paper. that has-
Yeah, but this, you know what this is? This is what, I agree with you on that, but at the same time, I would staple this to the wall at my house, so we would have it, so we could look it up quickly, you know,
Yeah,
different
and
things.
that's-
so.
And when it's done,
town
oh,
thing.
this column will be there and this column won't be there. And I can play around to see if it'll fit
Oh.
the long way.
Yeah, it's
Portrait.
just the flow.
Yeah.
That's all.
I
And
can
it's
play
not
around
a
with
real
it.
big deal, but, you know. And
Let me read that again.
not being judgmental or anything, you know, but if we have this, do we need that has this, because doesn't this say
No, not-
how, yeah,
no,
that's right,
because
it's a website.
Some of them have a
Yeah.
Facebook, but not a website.
Never mind. It was just, I was just thinking, Stacy, like,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
And I could, squeeze this together
No
more.
contact.
Just-
Yeah, but it's this way.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Claire.
Oh,
Yeah, that's her group that she.
Yeah.
This is.
She was really nice, Claire.
Claire?
Oh,
She's
she
been
just
around here
talked,
forever.
She was really nice.
Yeah. She was over
I
there.
couldn't tell if she was doing, like, she didn't want to hold it during the core of the winter because she didn't want anybody following and
Yeah.
walking. It's not only
And that, all those groups, I mean, all the different ones, they do that. Partially for that, and partially because nobody shows up anyways because of the weather.
Yeah.
So, it just makes sense. Very
Is
nice.
that the way you want it?
I'm gonna have to change
Corner
this page.
staple?
It's too much information and, Kelly did a wonderful job on it, but I'm just gonna try to, make it to almost resemble the other pages. What was that?
What do you mean?
Well, I guess, I don't know how we're gonna staple it, but I had moved most of them in, to
Yeah,
have that
right,
edge.
right.
And
And then-
her document, I don't think I can edit it the way she gave it to me. But I can
Okay.
pull things off in the page.
Yeah, because you want to know what, without really looking at this, I thought this was for the whole town hall section. I didn't even read those.
I'm trying to have, the pages flow, it's the thing, the titles at the top,
keep
the
it
same
simple.
font,
Yeah.
the same size.
Yeah. And I will say, if this could be dropped down,
Yeah, so that,
or some, it's not, especially if you end up stapling it this way, which I think is a good idea, only because this is gonna rip if you only have one staple. But it works either way, but this is not noticeable. This needs to be those two things. Maybe one of these other
Maybe you
things
should
moved up.
make it, prioritize on the library with most important things.
Although, I don't know anything about water reporting, but. And I like the graphics there.
Oh, yeah, the
you know,
graphics are great.
But taking them out would make more room, but then it would look like a plain page.
Yeah.
Like, this is a little extra ditty, I mean, it's really cool to have, but what does it take to run a library? Oh, people who love books, which is a great statement, I'm not, but that takes up a big section right there, but then I'm bad for something like that, I'm just a list person, so that's,
Well, she had made a
really
trifold
well
flyer
done.
to hand out to
Right.
the public, and I think she just was making that trifold into
To one
one
thing.
sheet, so.
either this is very block form, I like. This is very
I
nice,
learned
very
about
well done.
the Lions Club, putting that together.
Ah. Awana. Is this up here?
The Acton, that's the Acton Wakefield Watershed Alliance.
Oh,
We do the,
see, Awana is also a church youth
thing,
group,
yes.
that's what I thought that was.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Alana thought her name was Awana for the
And,
longest.
and I was surprised that you actually had Awana in there being, but then I said, well, no, we have the churches, so I can see that. That's why I associated it with that, so. Maybe you need to spell out the name, which is a long name though.
That
Very
logo,
nice.
You wanna keep that
Yeah.
logo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This would be very, very nice.
And the church page was
Oh.
last.
Well, see, and that's what I went back for, because I figured the
Oh.
church page would be first if that was the Awana group, be church, and then that.
Oh.
Do we have any way of prioritizing the groups, or we just, it's gonna be more just?
I just have it physical, social,
Oh, okay.
and then spiritual,
Okay.
and
That
then
sounds
boat
like a
launches
plan.
and swimming pools. And I think when I put it together, I put it in that order. Actually, I went snowshoeing at the Mary Grant Reserve.
Oh,
It
cool.
was so nice out there. We did get a little lost and ended up on the snowmobile trail, but that's fine, 'cause otherwise it would have been a really short snowshoe trail. Yeah, it was really nice out there. We went through the Berry Village.
See, I think that is new. I've only been out there once, and I took my guy out there, and they didn't have that then, but I've heard since then, so I'm kind of anxious. I want to go back and see what it looks like, because I haven't seen it.
The fairy stuff isn't covered with snow?
Well, you can see the branches that are coming up, because some of them are big, and you can see the branches, so you can see the potential. It's nice.
Well, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's a nice job.
Yes.
And I'll add the fairgrounds, fair.
See, what I could see happening is when you hand those out, and you'll have this attached to it, like, I could see handing a separate, a loose one piece up, separate. So you don't have to tear the book apart. If you wanted to get this way, you could get numbers easily.
Well, maybe this could go in the back and they could tear it out. if
On the
they
very
wanted
last
to. Yeah,
page.
the very
Yeah,
last
that would
page.
work, yeah, that would be fine.
Because then it would be all together, and it would be up to
Well, I'm
the
saying it
person.
should still be in there
Yeah,
as a
right.
thing, this would be a separate thing, but on the back page, that makes sense.
Being out in the community, I noticed that there's anything we should add.
You've done a nice job on what you have there.
I hate to add anything, because it's like, I will tell you, before I came over here, my mother said, tell them that they're now giving blood pressure things, I think it's the ambulance or fire, but that's one of,
We
they're
don't
giving,
have it included yet.
well, it's new, they've just started doing that. And that they're going to be providing blood pressure, thing for, like at the Owls Club or whatever, they did it there. And, I think I read it in the newspaper just this last week or two, Lorraine had it in her thing, that they're gonna be offering it. I don't know any of the details. I do know Bob Anderson's daughter is one of the ones doing it, there's somebody else too.
Is she living in Acton now?
Yeah.
Well,
Did
this
she-
is Sharon you're talking about.
Yeah, one of them. I
Yeah.
get the two girls mixed up.
She's done by now.
She's
She's
living
back,
there.
and, okay.
Yeah, she's the one who was overseas.
Oh,
Is the
okay.
one. And the other one bought a house, right, nearby? Was it in Acton here?
I think so, but I don't know
Yeah, I
the
can't remember.
details.
Bob was telling me. He's another one that was in the hospital at the same time. Had a stroke.
Oh, my word.
So did Hannah's husband. That was all.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible.
So
The
that's-
bacterial infection.
That's
going
part
on,
of it, you know, and all
infections.
that. I'm just saying, this is my personal thing. No doctor would even suggest that, but it just makes sense to me. And then all these other things come from it. But yeah, but
You're talking about Bob.
yeah.
He's lost 2 toes so far.
Oh, two, he only had one the last time I
Yeah,
saw him.
it's 2 now.
Has a little scooter that he's,
He goes to Portland every day. This hyperbaric treatment, you know.
Hannah's husband was doing that in Sanford. I'm surprised he has to go to Portland, because he was doing it at Goodall, twice a day.
Oh.
Didn't do him any good. Still ended
Well,
up,
yeah, Bob was still, you know, got problems.
yeah.
He's anticipating a lot, additional amputations.
Okay. So
The
that
fire,
might be
the
something
fire
to,
rescue,
that she could add to it or whoever's.
the blood pressure thing.
Yeah. To find out, to see if that's going to be an ongoing thing or just a, one-shot deal.
No, it was gonna be an ongoing thing, that much I know, but I don't know how often, or even who's doing it per se, other than I know
Call
it's,
to find out.
yeah.
Blood pressure cuffs.
Yeah, and, because my mother used to be a nurse, and she's telling everybody they're not doing it right. They were doing fine. It was just, my mother is very old. Thought there's only one way to do something.
Is there anything else? I think that's it.
Do you run this past Kelly and everything?
I haven't heard from her. I could probably go into town and meet her, during the day when she's got normal hours. 'Cause, well, I'm just gonna assume that she doesn't go childcare for evenings, but, I will.
Is this going to be
Betsy,
the
Betsy
cover?
Kelly, I did the same thing, Betsy Kelly, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
I always wanted to call her Kelly too.
When this is completed in the final, is the cover sheet gonna be white like that, or is it gonna be colored? Or
It's gonna be black and white, 'cause I'm not sure how we're gonna fund for copying of all of
Yeah,
this.
see, this is a big thing to
So
copy.
it's definitely black and white. We'll use the
No, but I meant the
colors.
paper, you could have like a blue piece of paper and have black on it, so it's just the cover
Oh,
looks
that's
different.
an option.
I mean, I don't care, I just was wondering.
My husband said he'd try to find a different logo to include more ages. I think that was just a
Indians.
clip art or something,
Yeah.
but, yeah, he was.
Well, geez, if the kids could find something, would you be, I don't know how they could get it to you. If
It would
they
have to
find
be
something.
emailed so I can
Yeah.
drop it on.
Yeah, because this, to me, that looks like dance.
Or, yeah, yeah.
But it's
Well,
not-
it's active.
but it is
I was looking
activity.
for
It also could be
activity.
a flowing thing, interconnecting.
I mean, it could even be a photo of something active. It
Right.
doesn't have to be.
Yeah. Even if it was the town of Acton, the town hall or something, it's representing Acton.
You know, it might be neat too to have, somebody in a wheelchair, too, like silhouette, but that I don't mean physically, so that we want to include everybody, no matter what their limitations.
As one of the
Yeah.
images, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
All ages and all abilities.
To do that, you'd probably have to get separate images, and then,
Maybe not.
well, I'm just saying, get like a different sports, a different image, and then just put them, you can just set them right into that block.
Or
Yeah.
all over the place.
Or the whole page, yeah, if you want to go all over the page.
they just have kids shown there, but you want all ages and, activities kind of. You wouldn't be able to include all activities, that would be kind of like,
Oh, but we could have something to do with water, I mean, the
Yeah.
basics, the water, the tennis, the church. If you did the whole page like you were talking about, you could actually do almost everything. I mean, just a black line drawing of.
that's what I was thinking, because I like that, but like you said, it doesn't show the ages.
Yeah.
All the activities.
Yeah, or activities. Alana is constantly looking at pictures, and she's right now to Dr. Who, and looking at all Dr. Who pictures, I knew Dr. Who when
Yeah,
Tom
many,
Baker
many
was-
years ago.
was the doctor, and now it's like.
He's a new guy,
11,
just came out.
Yeah, and well, we're watching them section by section, and she's just, she can get these pictures, and she might be able to find a picture of just the right thing that would encompass everything, or sporadic ones.
Yeah, because I know you could get them all separate, and you can place
Yeah.
it where you want.
Because there are
That is
two
something, that's,
people that are training service dogs, not just us, but I believe there's
the one,
somebody
the
who
lady
works
down
in
here is the one I know
post
of.
office, and
Yeah.
somebody who lives on the other side of the post
Oh.
office that trains service dogs. I heard about her, but I haven't met her, but I've met the one from the post office. They send their dogs to the prison to have the prisoners train them after. They have them from like 8 months to a year, and then they give them to the prisoners to train the rest of the way, which I thought was very interesting.
This is Sue Walsh you're talking about, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
She's right here at the,
She
Yeah,
wa-
right up on San Pedro Road.
yeah,
Yeah.
the nice
Yeah.
horse ranch over there.
Yeah, right.
Wow,
Actually, there's one thing on rescue.
Yep.
Denise was voted out
Um,
at the last election, so it's Jen Sayer, I don't know.
YRE.
that was in
Yeah,
the
I think so.
newspaper too. remember
I
reading
was
that.
funny, because they have a web page. It's an Acton Fire combined web page, and I just looked on it today and I saw her name.
Well, this is very recent, it was
Oh,
only,
yeah.
it was less than a month ago that
Okay.
they had their election.
I'm
Kind of
hesitant to put
surprised.
too many
Updated their
names on
page.
here, yeah.
Most people don't, unfortunately. Web pages are notorious for being years behind.
So, yeah, I just don't have a phone number for that. It wasn't on the website. So our next meeting in March?
Your third,
Third
Yeah, I'd
Monday,
like to
Monday
go back
is
to the
up there.
third Monday.
third Monday at 6, here.
Yeah. And then
I actually did.
what is that date tomorrow?
Saturday, that's the 17th.
That's St. Patty's Day.
Bring the
St.
green.
Patty's
My
Day.
mother's,
We're in the middle of the green on that day. No, that doesn't tell me the nationality.
I'm a Healy. I am a Healy. Yeah. Got some Irish blood.
my mother's birthday is the day before St. Patrick's Day.
Their cousin Chris is on that day. His name is Christopher Patrick.
O'Malley.
No, it's Campbell, but.
I just want to mention that these meetings are open to the public to join in on, what they have to share about social and recreational opportunities here in Acton. So our next meeting is March 17th. It's a Monday, 6 to 7. We hope to see somebody come and put their voice in.
Very good.
That's if the town hall's open. I will check with Jen, but we also advertise on this station as well, when our next meeting will be. So, keep your eyes open.
Virginia, you have sound with this taping, right? Yeah.
She's here.
I know. Not bad.
I can hear everything.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know if it's a good thing or not.
I was gonna say, in my case, that's not a good thing.
They're doing library today.
Today and tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then if we can't hear everything, we'll soon find out.
That's good. Yeah.
I think that,
Some very quiet
Sometimes
speakers
when
here.
he gets it on there, he can't, you know,
Yeah.
so we'll see.
That's why I could just shut the whole sound down and just show us
Look
here.
at that.
Well,
I think we're
you,
done.
you project well.
I know I do.
That's
the
good,
school
that's
teacher.
good.
No, it isn't, because I
That's
show
good.
off.
Paying the bills and bills and reporting. I have to do a report every quarter.
We're done, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you
We're
are?
done?
Yeah, are we done?
Yes, we're done. Thank
Okay.
you.